So what is the best gaming GPU to buy in November 2022? Let's find out. With so many GPUs to choose from, especially right now with Nvidia's rolling out of the RTX 4000 series and AMD's RX 7000, including the 7900 XT and the XTX, doesn't make things easier, right? I have built gaming PCs and I've benchmarked pretty much all available GPUs currently available on the market to figure out which GPUs to buy or consider and which ones to avoid. And yeah, I eventually came up with a spreadsheet covering the latest pricing and price history, because pricing is also an important factor, right? So let's jump right into the video and cover the best 1080p GPU. And with these GPUs we are targeting 1080p at high to very high settings at 60 FPS or more, but 1440p gaming is definitely also possible at medium to perhaps even low settings in some titles. Now for this category you actually don't have to spend more than $200 to $250 to be satisfied. Now taking a look at the list of cards here, we have the RTX 3050 as well as the RX 6600. Now as we can see, the RTX 3050 for example have stayed pegged between $280 to $300, while the 6600 has been falling down in price, which we love to see, right? And if we take a look at the performance between the two, we see that the RX 6600 is by far the better pick in terms of performance. More exactly, we're talking 30% better on average, whilst being 33% cheaper. So for a little bit over $200 guys, you can actually get the RX 6600, which is by far the best 1080p GPU right now. Now you're probably wondering, what about software, drivers and other features? Those are also important, right? Now Nvidia has for the longest time been the favorite pick here if you ask most gamers. However, AMD has really stepped up their game lately, and I gotta be honest here guys, of all GPUs I have tested and benchmarked, I have yet to stumble across any weird issues with either of the two teams. I haven't seen any weird bugs, any hiccups or any weird glitches whatsoever. That being said, when it comes to AI and image scaling, Nvidia does still have the upper hand here, but AMD is getting better and better, and with their FSR 3.0 just around the corner, things are looking bright. Furthermore, even though I know ray tracing still haven't gotten that much traction among gamers and still kind of being seen as a gimmick more than an actual feature, I still think this is a feature worth taking into consideration. And once again, Nvidia has the upper hand in this department as well. But honestly, when we're talking about a $200 to $300 GPU, I wouldn't care too much about ray tracing because of the performance impact it has on these lower end GPUs. Now let's move on and talk about the best $300 GPU, and at this price point we're looking at 1440p at high to very high settings. And at this price point you can purchase something like the 6650 XT, the 6700 XT or even the 3060. And I'm going to make this simple for you guys. If you're looking for the best 1440p GPU right now, the RX 6700 is your go-to. Now thanks to the 6700 XT being a higher tier GPU compared to the 3060, it actually doesn't suck either when it comes to ray tracing performance, showing pretty good performance coupled with FSR, and that makes the RX 6700 XT a no-brainer versus the RTX 3060. But let's say you have about $400 to $450 to spend, you also have the RTX 3060 Ti to consider. But if we compare the 3060 Ti to the RX 6700 XT, which is once again $100 cheaper, makes the 3060 Ti a little bit hard for me to justify. So conclusion, if you're looking for the best 1440p GPU right now, the RX 6700 XT is definitely your go-to. But let's say you have a high refresh rate 1440p monitor or a 4K monitor, what do? Well, in my opinion right now it would be wise to actually wait a bit and see what both AMD and Nvidia's got in store for us. Remember, AMD is rolling out the 7900 XT and the XTX, and Nvidia's got the RTX 4090, the 4080, and hopefully soon also the 4070 Ti. I would definitely wait a bit and see how these GPUs perform and make a decision after that. I've seen a couple of comments of people asking whether they should wait or pull the trigger on a GPU right now, and the answer to that is that it depends on what budget and how much you plan on spending, of course. For example, there's going to be at least another 2 months before Nvidia or AMD will even start talking about the mid-range or lower-end GPUs. And so if you don't want to wait that long, you definitely have the RX 6600 and the 6700 XT to consider. Now, if you're looking to build a complete 1080p or 1440p gaming PC build, I definitely recommend you guys to go watch my recent 1440p gaming PC featuring the RX 6650 XT GPU. And this video includes the whole building process as well as detailed benchmarks showing you guys how this gaming PC performs.